So we had a little mishap in the front garden with someone weeding for me and pulling out some little seedlings. So I've had to replant some, but so far we've got some little zinnias coming up here. And then we've got 4 cucumbers coming up in here.
Mom, this time I don't touch a plant.
This time you're not going to touch my plants. That's really good. And then still got sunflowers here, 2 sunflowers. He pulled out the borage, he pulled out the nasturtiums. So they've been replanted, but it might take a little while.
Yeah.
And I've got a little green shoot here, there. I'm not sure, I can't remember what I planted here, but we'll see what comes up. So here in the main garden, we actually had a little bit of wallaby damage overnight. So I'm gonna have to start netting the gardens again. That's okay. So we've got tomatoes in the table bed. Nothing has sprouted in there yet, but don't know how long they take, so we'll wait and see. And then in the greens bed here, we've got some little bits and pieces coming up here. I planted spinach, endive, rainbow chard and nasturtiums. Can you see that little one there?
Yeah.
Isn't it cute? Oh. So they're coming along. And then I've got zinnias planted in here. There is one popping up there. Can you see that little one? Yeah, it's like cute. Oh, yeah, there's some more stuff coming up. Don't touch any of it until we know what it is. So the kids helped me put a big sheet layer of straw along the passion fruit. We put cardboard down first on the weeds and then a really thick layer of straw after I'd given them a really good soak. This spot, even though it was a really good spot to put the passion fruit, because I could put the trellis up there, you see the carport roof comes over the top, and actually when it rains, that whole section stays dry pretty much unless the rain blows in that direction. So I've got to make sure that I keep it watered, and the mulch hopefully will help keep the moisture in. Over here, last time I talked about the cabbage and the broccoli not really doing anything, and I wasn't sure if I was going to keep it. So what I did was I filled it in with compost, planted capsicums, cucumber and bush beans, which are all coming up little plants of. But as you can see here, that's been eaten. So I'm actually going to now just pull out the cabbage and the broccoli. Plant a few more things in here today, and then I'm just going to net it so that the wallabies can't get to it, and hopefully that will help keep them away, and that'll be finished then. I can wait for that one to keep growing. So this garden is a real bummer because, as you can see, my carrot tops have all been munched. The kale's been munched. So I've also got some new little carrots coming up here.
Where's one?
So I'm going to, I've pulled out the Asian greens. I'm going to put a few more plants in there today again. And then I'm going to net this one as well. Planted some more flowers around in the blocks because actually the wallabies don't touch the flowers. So it might be a bit of a deterrent for them. This garden had the snow peas in, the tea peas, they were all finished, so we pulled them out. Put some more compost and soil in there, and haven't planted anything in there yet. As you can see, the parsley has been munched. So I'm going to plant zucchini, eggplants, not sure what else in there, because we don't need a lot of zucchini, we don't need a lot of eggplants, so I probably only need 2 of each. So I'll think of some other things that can go in there to fill that one in. And then I will net that one. This one is corn. I'm not sure how that is going to go. There seems to be a few little pieces coming up. Hello. A few little pieces coming up. So we'll just keep leaving that one, keep watering it, and just see how that goes. If not, I'll just plant some other things in there. So as you can see, this morning Caleb brought the old chicken coop over for me. It needs a little bit of work to sturdy it up a little bit, which I'll do today, zip tie up some bits and pieces. And then I can get planting on there. So on that one I'm going to plant cucamelons, tromboncini, green beans and purple beans and Lebanese cucumbers. This...
Bless me, bless me.
Bless you, did you do some sneezing?
Yeah.
Underneath this blue tarp is looking really good for planting. So like I said last time, that's going to be squash, like butternut squash, pumpkins, and watermelons. And what else?
Corn.
No, we've got corn in here. They're already growing up in the seedling tower. I'll show you in a minute. And then over this side where it didn't do so well because the tarp kept blowing off, I didn't have enough bricks to hold it down. I'm actually going to do the Ruth Stout potatoes over here, I've decided. So that's all just going to be sugarcane mulch and potatoes growing there. And then I'm just going to do a slight made garden along here so that I can grow up that side as well. And then the tarps, I'm going to then move down further and start again so that next year I'll have a bigger section to grow in. And then, yes, I'm going to come and look at that one in just a minute. And then along here, underneath the chicken coop, I'm going to lay cardboard there. So then that will just become one big garden. Okay, we'll go to the seedling tower over here, which is looking...
Mum, these leaves are getting bigger.
They are getting bigger. Do you know what we've got growing?
Mum, when are these leaves getting bigger, they're ready to pull out.
Ready to plant, aren't they? We don't want to pull them out. We'll plant them in the garden. So we've got 2 little eggplants have come up here. Yeah, so there's a few things still I haven't sprouted. They may not. It's really just an experiment. What's in there?
Worms.
Worms?
Yeah.
Do you want to lift the lid off and we'll have a look?
No, I don't want to lift.
What are you doing, Bubba? You want to put the shoe on?
Yeah.
Can you do it, or do you want Mummy to help you? You want Mummy to help. All right.
What does that mean?
Did you two get a zap?
Yeah.
You going to climb up on the box, Aurelia? You going to hop up on there?
Riley wants you to do it.
Does she?
Yeah.
I think she can do it. She's got those big shoes on though. Step back so she can climb up.
No, I really can't get up.
All right, Mummy will help. So as you can see from our backyard, there's a mango tree there, although we never get any mangoes off it. I think it's pretty diseased by the looks of it. We have no way to stop the wallabies from getting in. There is a fence line along the back there, but I think it's probably pretty old and fallen over anyway. Mostly I actually see them come over this fence here from that property. They'll probably just jump over it, which is fine. We love having them around, but not if they're going to eat my veggies. This is a macadamia tree. Half of it has been overtaken by these staghorn or elkhorn plants, but the other half is quite healthy and we get a lot of macadamias off, which the kids love. So yeah, so I think netting is going to be our best bet for now. And we'll just have to hope that that keeps them out for the majority.